American Autoflower Cup 2024. I'm here with another judge. Andy's in the building. How you doing?
Good, man. Been smoking too much weed to not feel good, you know what I mean?
62 entries is a lot.
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of entries, but it was really good. A lot of top tier stuff.
What's your experience with Autoflower?
I've been growing 7 years, mostly autoflowers, probably majority, less than 5 photo periods and all that, so mostly autoflowers for about 7 years.
What makes you grow Autoflower more than photos?
Well, small space, having one tent versus, big room, trying to grow some that I can harvest once a month. You know what I mean? Like perpetuate my grow, keep things like going in a small spot, don't have to change the light. Just teaches you how to grow, you know what I mean?
Set it and forget it.
Yeah, well, not really, but it's kind of like a cyclical thing. It just appeals to someone with only a small space.
How was it judging all the entries compared to the stuff that you grow?
A lot of them are great. Definitely people are outgrowing what I'm doing, just not all the time. I feel like I've grown some stuff that's on par. Not to say that I don't grow good weed, but like some people are definitely doing some fucking amazing weed. So it's really, really good stuff. Next levels, autoflowers, definitely on worthy of being here in the Autoflower Cup.
And you said you've been growing for 7 years. Have you seen a progression in Autoflower as far as genetics getting better, the flowers getting better?
Yeah, kind of. People definitely, are getting more variety out there. You're getting more flavor. You're getting different terps profiles. But I think autos were still good when I started growing. I think what's happened is that people are realizing that they're good. I think people are starting to get starting to notice that they get bigger than they thought they would. They get better buds at the end of the day than they thought they would. But I think there's probably bigger plants as a whole. Maybe that'd be the biggest change, that I think a lot of people have started making genetics that have larger frames. So you have some bigger returns on some plants. That's probably the biggest change.
Why do you think there's been so much negative stigma with Autoflower in the States?
Well, photo period growers, commercial growers are like their clones. You know what I mean? You want to be able to save something. So it's a little bit. People like that don't see the merit in having something or investing in something that's not going to stay around, that can't stabilize, that can't send to the market. I think of autoflowers potentially as being like that, where you can just grow a bunch of the same gene and still get something similar and send it to market. But also it's mostly for, in my mind, the home growers is the biggest appeal, where you can actually just grow it from home. And you don't necessarily have the space to keep a mother anyway, where you're keeping a clone. You're just trying to grow a flower run. You know what I mean? So you just grow 3 months and you've got something new, and you can have variety. You can have a bunch of different types of seeds, because you're growing different things every time, That's one thing nice. Autoflowers give you variety.
Variety, easy, quick return, no need to worry, easy.
Yeah,
You think it's going to make more of an appeal to the mass audience out here with more legalization on cannabis and people trying to grow at home?
To me, I think cannabis is needs normalization in a lot of places that aren't legal yet. So autoflowers is so helpful to get people who are kind of interested in it but don't necessarily want to buy it as much, or they like to garden and they're like, oh, I like CBD, it helps me a little bit, maybe I'll try. If they learn about autoflowers, it's something that helps them to bridge that gap and learn that they can grow for themselves and give themselves their own medicine that they depend on.
And you said 7 years Autoflower growing.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you use the same medium? Have you tried different ones? Are you a soil, rock wool, cocoa?
I like cocoa, like a cocoa mix, something like that, something that's porous so it breathes a little bit, because I like to grow with salt nutrients for the most part, something that's I drench a lot of and let it drain.
So if someone is starting to grow or getting into growing, would you recommend Autoflower?
Absolutely, especially if you're someone who already knows how to garden in some degree. I think you just set it in a big pot and you just take care of it, you feed it a little bit, even if you're not hitting all their NPK needs. By the time you're done, you're going to get something that is rewarding and you'll learn from it, so.
Oh yeah, well I appreciate you taking time to talk with us.
Yeah.
You already know he judged 62.
Yeah, 62.
62!